everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Anna. I am a multi-passionate person who is starting this channel to share those passions with you all. As I mentioned in my previous video, running is my other hobby other than reading, and so I thought I'd make a quick little video about some of my running favorites. What are my credentials? I have run several 5Ks. I have done a single 10K about 4 weeks ago, right before I got sick. I'll be going into my second year of running. So I figured I'd share a couple of the things. I've got my shoes laid out, but I figured I'd start with my favorite running purchase that I have made thus far, and that is my Salomon vest. This is the advanced, or I think they just have ADV on the website, Advanced Skin 12. I don't know that they still have this color because I bought it on clearance, but it has a lot of really great pockets, and I am the kind of person that needs to drink water, especially if I'm running more than 3 miles. And I know there are tons of people way more qualified than me out there to tell you what your nutrition should be while you're running, but for me this is a comfort thing, and this allows me to run further because I know I have what I need with me. I know I have my hydration with me. And when I go to different parks and things to go run, it also allows me to carry my keys and wallet and stuff discreetly, and I can easily carry my, I don't even think that it's in here right now, but my pepper spray with me, and just feel prepared for situations that hopefully won't happen. So anyway, just to share a little bit about the vest. It attaches here in the front, and this little elastic goes across. I'm sure if you're into running at all, I'm sure you've seen these on social media, but it does have 2 zip compartments here in the front. This is where I would usually throw like pepper spray or something. It came with 2 of these flasks, and I'll pull this out for you. So they're just soft flasks, and they're really easy to drink out of. Actually, this is the unisex version of this vest too, by the way. It's not the female version. That version has different types of flasks, and after doing some more research, I opted not to do those because you do have to manually cut down the straw length on the flask, and I just didn't want to deal with that. So I got the unisex version. I have no complaints. The flasks go in here, and it has these little elastic straps to hold the flask in place, which works great. It also has pockets here on the side, and these pockets do kind of wrap around to the back of the vest. There is a stuff compartment here at the top where I would probably put a rain jacket or something if I was going on a long day hike. And then it does have a insulated compartment in here to put a big hydration bladder. Salomon sells those on their website. I don't currently have one. That's a whole different thing. I'm trying to decide if I want a Salomon one or if I want to get an off-brand one. That I'm trying to find one that'll work with this and a backpacking backpack so that I don't have to buy 2 different bladders. But like I said, it's a different story. It also has a zip compartment. This is where I usually put my keys, in the back, just to keep them out of my way. And then, you know, if you wanted to attach trekking poles on here, you absolutely can. It has more elastics here. Basically, this particular vest is big enough for ultra runners that do, you know, the big 50K events and stuff. I am obviously not at that point yet, but I did just want to buy, since these types of things are really expensive. I think this was around $100 on clearance. I think they're usually $120 to $140. So I just wanted one that was gonna last me for however long I decide to continue running as my hobby. So this is what I went with. It's very comfortable to wear. It doesn't bounce around on me at all. Probably my favorite running purchase so far. Next, I kind of wanted to dive into shoes, but before I do that, I do want to mention that smart wool socks have absolutely changed the game for me with running. I highly recommend trying them out. They have varying levels of cushion as far as like thickness on the bottom of the sock. They are wool socks, and they definitely are keeping my feet from falling apart while I'm running. Start out with my newest shoes. These are the Hoka Bondi 8s. Starting out with these because I actually bought the Hoka Bondi 7s, and those are the ones that got me back into running. I wore the heck out of those to the point where the heel in the back is completely ripped open. It was the first shoe that I have ever owned that I was able to run in and not get shin splints immediately. I did go ahead and get the Hoka Bondi 8, and you'll see why here in just a second. I like the 7s more, I'll be honest. I don't like these as much as I like the 7s. I'm still breaking these in. I haven't actually taken these for a full run yet. I've been using them on my treadmill, and they're comfortable and everything. I just still like the 7s more. So like I said, I started with the Bondi 7s, and then I bought 2 pairs of shoes after that. I switched to the Hoka Clifton 9s, and as you'll see, these are very worn out, and I love the colorway on these. I think that they are super comfortable. However, I would recommend, I should have prefaced with this, I would recommend going to a running store and getting sized. I have yet to do that, so maybe we'll make that a video. This was just me going to Dick's Sporting Goods and trying to pick out shoes. So I went with the Cliftons because these are more made for running, whereas the Bondis are like thick cushion, mostly for walking. I have struggled with plantar fasciitis in the past, so I just wanted max cushion shoes. That's not for everybody, but it's what my body needs right now, at least. As far as the Cliftons, I've obviously worn them out. My biggest issue with these is I feel like my ankle tends to rotate in too much in these shoes, and also, again, smart wool socks, because my feet seem to swell more in these shoes than they do other shoes. As far as cushion, excellent cushion. They fit my foot. For reference, I do have high arches, so that's another reason that I've stuck with Hoka's. Same time I bought those, I bought Brooks Glycerin 20s. Those are a 10mm drop shoe, I believe, whereas these are more of like a 5 or a 6, same with the Bondi. And I got horrible knee pain from running in the Brooks Glycerin. I know a lot of people love Brooks, but I am not on the Brooks train right now. And again, I need to go to a running store and actually get fitted. This is just my personal experience, and I figured I'd make a video about it because as far as people with high arches, we really struggle to find shoes. And so I'm hoping that maybe this will help somebody. Switching over to trail shoes, I have purchased these. I got these off of Amazon. They were really inexpensive. I think these were only like $40. These are the Saucony Excursion TR15s. I hopefully can still link these down below. They served me well. They're not worn out by any means, but I don't know. I'll probably still use these for like hiking with my dog or something. But as far as running, my biggest issue with these is if you're gonna go do trail races early in the morning, the grass is probably gonna be wet, and my feet get soaked in these every time. There is just nothing up here to keep your toes dry, and obviously that is something that happens when you trail run. Your feet are gonna get wet, and they do give me blisters when my feet get wet. So those have kind of been put on the back burner since I found these, and I have not taken these for their maiden voyage yet, but I actually found these at Marshall's, which I was shocked by. They were only $50, and these are like $150 shoes, so obviously I was thrilled with that find. They don't have quite as much traction on the bottom, so I'm curious to see how they feel, but they're definitely feel higher quality than the Sauconys. They fit my feet much better than the Sauconys, and they have a different type of lace system, so you pull this down and it kind of suctions your foot in. I bought these mostly because I found them on sale. I wasn't really intending to buy new trail shoes. I was just gonna keep living with the ones that I had. But when I saw these and for a great price, I went ahead and purchased them. So I'm really excited to take these for a run. But they do have that plastic like all the way up here. So I'm hoping that my toes will stay much drier. And these also have a lot more cushion if you want to compare the two. Salomon's have way more cushion, and I've been really happy with my Salomon vest, so I figured why not give another one of their products a try. The one other thing that I'm going to mention is a buff, like a fabric buff to go over your nose. When it's really cold out, that is the only way that I can run in the cold. Like I said, this is just my personal opinion and experience. If you are thinking about running any long distances, I highly recommend going ahead and splurging on the vest. It is 100% worth it in my opinion, and get whatever shoes work best for you because everyone's feet are different. This is just my experience as somebody with high arches and somebody who is fairly new to running, and still hasn't gone to a running store. This is just like what's worked for me so far. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments and what shoes you run in. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you've made it this far, drop a little running emoji or a shoe emoji or something in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and hope you're having a great day wherever you are.